Hello and welcome to Reality TV Cringe. I am one of your hosts, Delia, and I'm here with my real-tight homegirl and my daughter-in-law, Beatrice.
That's me.
We are here to recap Seeking Sister Wife, and in fact, it is the season finale.
Honestly, I was surprised.
I had no idea that we were going out like that.
Yep.
But we're going out like that.
We are going out like that.
Now, before we get into the recap, we do have to warn you to please hide your wife and hide your kids. This is a politically incorrect podcast. We say stupid things. We use a lot of bad words, and we're just big dummies.
Super dumb.
And so if you're sensitive,
This ain't for you, babe.
you might want to find yourself another dumpster.
Bye.
But if you are ready to party with the Merrifields at a gender reveal in a very toxic and abusive house, allegedly, then welcome to this dumpster.
And if you like what we do over here, please be sure to follow us on Instagram at Reality TV Cringe and join us on Patreon, patreon.com/Reality TV Cringe. We have all our episodes over there ad-free. We have bonus exclusive content every single month. And if you want to hear us talk about juicy bits like Garrick Merrifield's recent arrest, you can go over to Patreon and it's going to be in our exclusive after show from earlier this week. And yeah, that's it.
And it's the best way to support us. So if you guys want us to continue doing what we're doing, definitely join us on Patreon. It's only $5 a month, y'all. Now, if you are watching on YouTube, please do not forget to like and comment and share and subscribe and also hype us up, hype up you girls, so that we can make it to 6,000 subscribers.
Eventually.
Anything you do is truly a help. And so thank you in advance.
Thank you.
So, Beatrice, did you have any takeaways after watching the season finale of Seeking Sister Wife?
God, there were so many. I would say I thought it was kind of funny that we're breaking up with Teresa already.
Yeah.
That was pretty great.
I did like to see that. And I was amazed at how much larger in stature she is.
She's a tall lady.
Than little boy Nick.
Yeah.
She's a tall, tall lady. She's also quite pretty, though.
Sure.
And it's kind of devastating how little she thinks of herself.
Yeah.
And it just hurts my feelings a little bit that people can go through their lives. I mean, she seems like she's in her 40s to me. I mean, I could be wrong.
I
But
think she is.
You're in your 40s and you still don't love yourself, and I think there's a lot of people who have that kind of pain, and it's just a bummer. And I wish her well, and I hope she gets some help. So
Me
that's
too.
my takeaway.
Me too.
Quite charitable for me.
No, it's
if
very
I
nice
do
of you.
say so myself.
It's very nice of you.
So without further ado, let's get into the season finale of Seeking Sister Wife, season 6, episode 11, entitled
Defenders of the Universe.
Okay, Zoltron.
My God. Cringe.
Very much so.
Very, very cringe. But we start off with our favorites, the Merrifields. And if you recall last week, we left on a cliffhanger with them where Lorrana was taking a pregnancy test. And of course, we get the results this week. And shocker to nobody, she's pregnant with Garrick's offspring.
Ew.
And I feel very bad for her about
Not the
it.
baby, just Garrick is the ew.
Yeah. And I'm like, ugh. After 3 weeks of being married,
Yeah.
he's already jizzing up in there.
Yeah.
I'm so grossed out.
I'm grossed out as well. She seems to be happy, though, and Danielle seems to be happy. I don't believe Danielle for a moment. And of course, Danielle, in her various interstitials, talks about how, well, we did it now. Now we're connected for life. We're bringing a whole other human into the situation. So there's no turning back. And so as things are getting real, and of course, this is causing Danielle to low-key panic, although she's putting a smile on her face.
She is. But that's just par for the course with Danielle. It's like, she's so delusional. She's saying how she feels pretty much every single episode. Like, I'm concerned, and I'm worried I'm going to be the third wheel, and now we're stuck with Lorrana forever because she's having a baby with my husband, but I'm not legally married to him. Like, she's saying it, but not making the connection, like, you should leave. This is a weird, unhealthy situation. Your husband's a freak and you need to get the fuck out of here. But no, you're going to pretend to be excited for Lorrana. You're going to hug her. You're going to cry about the pregnancy test. You're going to hold the pee stick in your hand, soiled with her pee, and you're going to wave it around. And then you're going to ship it to Garrick, who is currently in Wisconsin at this point. He's out there on business with Danielle's brother or something. So they ship him the pregnancy test, complete with a balloon and some booties. They're going to surprise him with this pregnancy announcement. It gets there late. The balloon's all deflated. The pee stick is still smelling like pee.
Ew.
But he opens it up and he's like, well, me happy.
Og make fire. Yes, he gets emotional. I've got some tears. Jesus is giving me some tears. It's around this part of their segment where he says something on the couch in the interstitial, like, this is a blessing because women achieve salvation through birth,
childbearing,
and also through childbearing are they perfected
and saved.
And I'm like, gosh, I missed that scripture in the Bible. I mean, I'm sure there's some sort of weird scripture that he's extrapolating that from and twisting, but like, I don't remember a scripture that says a woman having a child is the reason she's perfected and saved. And I just had feminine rage.
Yeah.
I transformed for a moment into Kali Ma with my many arms and my tongue, and I just wanted to destroy the world.
Yep.
But then I just wanted to destroy Garrick because I hate him. I hate how he bastardizes scripture. I hate how he bastardizes Christianity. I hate that he's a bastard.
Yes. That's it.
I hate him.
He is such a bastard. I hate him so much. And then we flash forward. Lorrana's 20 weeks pregnant. We're hosting a gender reveal party. And of course, we have like little scenes from everybody of like, what do you think it's going to be?
Who cares?
You think it's going to be a girl or a boy? We hear from Garrick's weird son, Jeremiah. And he's like,
Jeremiah.
Is it Jeremiah?
It starts with a G. I'm sure it's Jeremiah, but Garrick is such a dumb narc.
What if it is Jeremiah?
That would be hilarious.
That would be really great.
And I would love that so much.
But Jeremiah says that Lorrana has become a part of their family. She's like a sister and a wife and a mother or something like that. And I'm just like, you weird me out.
Kind of.
I know that you're like a minor.
He's a minor.
A minor.
He's a minor.
I know. I get that. But like he is being.
It's a little weird.
He's getting bred up into this.
The vibration is weird.
I don't like it.
Agreed.
It feels very uncomfy.
Yes.
It feels very unsafe.
Unsafe.
I don't like it.
I don't feel safe.
And then some kid named Brandon bites into a cupcake and he finds out the gender and it's a girl. And Garrick says something like, yeah, I heard from God, because he's my real tight homie, that it was going to be a girl. So I knew it. I was right.
Sure.
And that's about it. I mean, Danielle again says like, now we're connected indefinitely. And she screams and cries with Lorrana, but she's screaming and crying inside her soul because now she's like, oh God.
Yeah.
Now we have to raise a child with this woman.
And then we get them on the couch,
girl,
all together.
This was so good.
And Garrick immediately brings up wanting to start seeking again. And Lorrana sighs. And then she says into her translator app something like, well, I mean, I thought that maybe we'd wait a little while.
Yeah.
I'd have time to acclimate. Like, I'm not necessarily super comfortable with starting to seek right now because I like just had my child or whatever. And Garrick starts saying something like, yes, but we have to make sure that our hearts are open because it's about God and what God wants. And then we get to the most amazing part of this whole episode.
This was beautiful.
Like, and as we're seeking, we're going to bring in another woman, whether it's tomorrow or 3 months. I'll get back to that.
Yeah.
Whether it's tomorrow or 3 months, we're going to have another woman. And, Danielle's going to probably have to marry her.
Especially if she's from out of the country.
Yeah, in order to bring her into the country on some sort of a fiancé visa. And obviously, this is the first time that Danielle has heard this news. Her face falls and she's like, well...
What?
We didn't really talk about that.
And then the producer's like, how do you feel about that, Danielle? Because she's obviously uncomfortable by it. And she's shocked that Garrett brings it up on TV. And she's like, well, I feel like we need to have more discussions about that. And I'm just a little uncomfortable with the idea. And, I just thought that after a couple years, like Lorrana would have her citizenship and we wouldn't have to worry about that. And Garrick's like, no. It can take like up to a decade for her to fully become a citizen. So like, that's why we're going to need you to marry a woman for me to fuck. because God told me I need to have another wife.
Make this make sense, because your whole premise, the foundation to do what it is you're doing with polygamy, is that this is what God wants and that this is sort of a Christian thing. It's a Christian polygamy that you're practicing. Well, how is it Christian to deceive the government to bring in these various women that you can then fuck and call your wife? How is it Christian to have your ex-wife marry a woman when she's not a lesbian and it's not a valid marriage in order to bring in a woman only to have you fuck some other woman's wife, which is adultery? So how does this make sense in your system of Christianity, you absolute demon and devil? And don't you think, if you really are a believer, Garrick, and I doubt that you are actually, I just think you're animated by your little penis.
Yeah.
But if you really are a believer, I would tread very, very lightly, because you are blaspheming God in the way that you're conducting yourself. And Danielle, you're complicit in this. And if you're really a believer, like, why the hell are you allowing him to do this?
It's crazy. And it just makes me so frustrated for Danielle. And I know, like, people online are giving her a lot of sympathy, and they're like, well, she's a victim of Garrick's manipulation and his delusions and stuff, and she's coerced. Yeah, okay, I get it. But also,
I don't agree with that.
She has all of her family telling her that this is fucking whack and that Garrick is weird and that this is a bizarre arrangement to be a part of, and like, you're not advocating for yourself, and you're also legally divorced from him, so you could just pick up and leave. I don't know why you do. I don't know why anybody even looks at Garrick and is like, yeah, I want to stay for this man. I want to work on things with this man.
I mean, I think that there are people who live in places where they don't have a lot of opportunities and resources and advantages. And so they look at somebody like Garrick Merrifield as just something necessary that they have to put themselves through so that they could have a better life and maybe bring their family. I think these types of things happen all the time. But I think that Danielle is complicit in sex trafficking, in my opinion.
Allegedly.
Now you're gonna marry a woman to sex traffic her into America, allegedly, so that Garrick can have an adulterous affair with your wife that you don't really love, that you're gonna marry in the eyes of God, I imagine. Like, what are we doing?
What is this?
What are we doing?
But if this sets them up for season 7, and if he actually is like seeking another wife, I'm totally gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it.
Without
I'm gonna scream at my TV. If Danielle actually goes through with it and legally marries a woman so that way they can bring her into the country, oh my God, I would die. I would think that's so great. I just love this scene so much because it was just like cinematic. It was like so great. Like the shock on her face.
She was not expecting that.
And it just goes to show, like, Danielle, I don't know what you're doing. Like, this man does not respect you.
She's a useful idiot.
She is.
He can get her to do absolutely anything, even break the law. And by the way, P.S., isn't this breaking the law?
A little bit.
Like falsifying information so that you can bring somebody in and marry them when you're not even like in love with them or interested in being in a marriage with them,
Just
and
so
you're
they can have
admitting this
citizenship?
on television, and you're admitting that you're doing all of this just to divorce Lorrana so you can bring in another woman? Like, isn't this against the law?
I mean, it's so much legal loophole bullshit. I'm just like, you guys.
It seems pretty straightforward to me that this ought to be a crime.
I mean, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And they're admitting to it and they're just doing it. But then Garrick concludes the segment after Danielle gets up and leaves the couch, cries, and is like, I need a minute. Garrick's like, yeah, marriage is really hard, especially when you do it God's way.
I hate him so much.
Just like, everything he says.
God, do I hate this man so much.
He says the most crazy things. I mean, he makes like Nick Davis with his whole Voltron thing look so tame.
Oh, absolutely.
Because this guy's talking about sperm corrupting women, and women are only perfected in God's eyes if they have babies. And then, I'm just like, man.
It's outrageous.
It's crazy.
It's outrageous.
And then we have like a little where are they now at the end of the episode where we have Sarah Mae Merrifield, born to Lorrana and Garrick. She was born on July 3rd.
Cute as a button.
2025. I pray for that girl so much.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't believe your dad is Garrick. But you know what? You didn't choose that. So we'll leave it there. And then we have a little blurb saying that they're still seeking another wife, even though Lorrana is apprehensive about it. And Danielle is also uneasy about seeking, but hopes that they can find somebody in America and not in Brazil.
Right.
But that won't work for Garrick because he's got a fetish.
Yes.
And I will die on that hill.
Yes.
Then we move on to the Johnsons, Angelica and Matt. And we
right.
have Angelica going on a date with Shanae, where she wants to apologize to Shanae for breaking up their relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And
Which she didn't.
She
Shanae
didn't.
actually broke up the relationship when she chose to pursue another man and didn't tell Matt and Angelica. Like, I don't know why it's okay for you to do, but it's not okay for them to do. But whatever. We're here having this conversation because Angelica is literally desperate to get back with Shanae. And
she's so in love.
Again, like the subtext is... Are they scissoring? Are they banging each other? Because it feels like maybe there's a little bit of scissoring happening.
Yeah.
But maybe it's not that. Maybe she just is so lonely for a friend and for somebody to have to support her. And so Shanae comes in a little angry. She resents the fact that Angelica met the witch and made a witch candle. Like, she's very resentful about that.
Is.
But Angelica immediately starts crying.
Yeah.
She's very remorseful. And she says, I will do whatever it takes. Whatever it takes to get you to love me again.
This is the gayest shit ever.
And she's crying her tears and stuff. And I felt bad for her.
I
And
did
Shanae
too.
also saw the tears and she's like, I can't be mad at her. You can only have compassion. And so she forgives little Angelica and she's like, we can still be friends. Now, Matt, he ain't shit.
He ain't shit.
But you're my friend and we can stay friends.
And we can still scissor. And Angelica's like, thank you.
Oh, God.
I thought this was kind of interesting, like just from the dynamic between Angelica and Shanae, because I'm like, girl, you're so in love with her and maybe you're repressed.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, we've all been there, but just...
Why? Her mom seems to be an out lesbian.
I don't know. Maybe she's not.
I mean, I don't know. I guess that is a
I
judgment
thought so.
on my
That
part.
was my
Just based
vibe.
on presentation. The mom
vibe.
and the two aunts.
Yeah.
That was a lesbian household.
I
When
know.
you say aunt, do you mean
Yeah,
wife?
yeah, that's what I'm kind of thinking.
I don't know. Well, we love lesbians in this house. I don't know.
This is all open.
Yeah.
This is...
I don't know why she'd be repressed is what I'm saying. Unless her mom is repressing.
Maybe.
I don't know. I'm going to shut up now.
Yeah. But I don't know. It seemed like her and Shanae like rekindled things or just reconciled here. And Shanae did understand that Angelica was put in a tough spot because she didn't really support Matt going out and dating this witch lady. She really only went to just make sure that there was no funny business going on. And there wasn't. And Shanae seemed to understand that. But then we pan on over to Matt and he's like, yeah, I'm happy that they're friends, but like I know nothing's ever going to come out with me and Shanae and I'm going to go find another bitch.
Yeah.
Like that's it.
Yes.
And then we have the Where Are They Now? And Angelica's mother is still struggling to support their polygamous lifestyle, which, I mean, I'm not shocked.
Right.
Their reaction was kind of crazy. And I understand Angelica's like upset about it, but I'm also like, you're an adult.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay to just do your life. You don't need your parents' approval for what you're doing. And then Angelica and Shanae still remain close.
Oh, do they?
Lovers, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
They're meeting at the hotel together.
I hope so. They seem to get along really well.
Eating each other's issies.
If Matt's okay with it, then why not?
And apparently Matt is dating a new woman and he's ready to introduce her to Angelica. I thought that they were doing it together.
I thought so too.
But
he's just cheating.
Can
we just call it what it is?
Married side
It's
chick.
an open marriage and he's the one who's out there cheating. Well, it's not cheating if it's open. He's the one out there that's banging and maybe Angelica bangs Shanae because it's open.
Yeah, that's what it seems like. Just be real about it.
Yes.
And that's it for them. Then we get to the Davis family and they're packing up Teresa's bullshit.
Moving her out. It's time for you to go.
They're kicking the homosexual out of their house. Apparently, after Teresa drove away in her minivan last week, after their big argument, she called them up and was like, I'm not healthy enough to be in a relationship with you guys. I don't want to be a burden anymore. I need to work on myself. I need to heal myself and love myself before I can love another person or another quadruple people. So I'm going to leave and I'm going to find my own apartment. And so
I didn't hear that. She's probably going to be crashing on somebody else's couch.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they're packing up all of her bullshit. She pulls up in her minivan.
Yeah.
And this is where we have a very emotional little goodbye
Yes.
sesh. And it seemed like the Davises were just relieved to kick her out of the house, but they were being supportive of her and just being like, yeah, like, you're worthy of love, and we hope that you're happy. Bye.
Yeah, no, and I think it speaks well to their character. Like, if this is really true, like, if this happened the way that they're showing it, I think that the Davises are good people.
Yeah.
I do not think that they want to hurt Teresa. They don't want to make Teresa feel worse than Teresa already does. I think they care about her. And again, you know, Nick and Teresa have been friends for 14 years or whatever. And so I thought they handled it very respectfully. And here again, like, I feel legitimately bad for Teresa because she's crying tears. Like, she's actually emotional.
Real tears.
And I mean, she's either a wonderful actress or these are issues that she's dealing with. And I know a couple of episodes ago, she went to play pool with her friend and she was talking about being in abusive relationships and having trauma from that. And like her instinct to remove herself from relationships and just actively therapize, take care of herself, you know, do that psychological excavation, get in there and work on herself, I think is absolutely spot on. That's exactly what she needs to do. And I hope she does it. I mean, when we get to, you know, the where are they now, it will make me question whether she's doing any of that work. But like, I hope that she does. She deserves to be happy.
She does deserve to be happy. And I do appreciate, and Nick even says this too, like he appreciates that she's taking ownership for disrupting their family peace and their Voltron, whatever it is. And like, he appreciates that she's being honest about the situation and just removing herself from it so that way she can heal herself. And I do appreciate that on Teresa's part. At least she has some amount of self-reflection. But at the same time, when she pulls up in her minivan, like she's talking about how she doesn't know if she'll ever find people to love her the way that they all love her ever again.
And they don't love her.
No, like they're over her. And she's like, but Nick, you're like my BFF forever. And like, I don't know if I can find somebody to replace you.
Nick literally can't wait for you to move out and get out of his house.
I know. And so it's just like the codependency aspect with her. It's like, ooh, it's really unhealthy. But maybe it would be good for her to be alone and to go to therapy and work on her shit before she ever tries to jump into a relationship ever again. And then they hug and she leaves. And then we have one of their sons, I think it's April's eldest son, William. He's going to prom. He's getting all dressed up in his finest suit. And they are all like happy because things are finally back to normal. They're peaceful. And this is where they realize that they're just going to focus on their family for now, raising their babies, because I think Jenny just had their baby. And they want to focus on that before they seek someone else out again. And this is where we get the Voltron analogy where Nick says, what does he say? Voltron can't be piloted by the wrong people.
Yeah.
I'm like, was Teresa trying to pilot you guys?
I don't know. I don't know who Voltron is. I'm thinking of just like this big robot, which has like different people running the robot.
That's what it is.
And so Teresa was supposed to be a part of the running of the Voltron.
It's like a transformer.
She couldn't do it.
Yeah.
And so they need to get the right Voltron pilot with the right eyelashes and the big old booty.
Exactly.
For Nick.
Yes. And then we have their Where Are They Now segment, and Jenny had their baby Charlene.
Cute.
Who's a very cute little baby. Apparently Teresa tried to rekindle things with them, but the Davises declined, which I think is hilarious. And then apparently April and Jenny are talking to a new woman.
Yeah.
Who is a friend of Teresa's. So I guess they're done settling down and they're ready for another big booty lady.
That was fast, but also sounds rife with drama because like if they start dating a girl and Teresa has been making advances to get back into the house because she's homeless, and then they start dating Teresa's friend, I mean, Teresa's gonna get pissed. So we might have some drama around that, and I'm here for it.
I am so here for it.
Yes.
I can't wait. And then we have the Williamsons, BJ and Reese.
Oh God, what a snore fest.
Oh my God.
Why are they on the show?
They're so boring.
They're so dumb. And the whole thing is like, well, are you jealous? Or are you really ready? Oh gosh. No,
it's
she's
so
not.
dumb.
Yes.
Like they go over to some property that they have. It's on an acre. It's been passed down from generation upon generation, according to BJ. And they're like setting up a garden. They're talking about this is where they want to put their sister-wife commune. And they want separate houses so that way BJ doesn't have to hear Reese getting it on with all these other women.
Yeah, okay.
I'm like, okay.
Okay.
I don't want to have to hear anything.
Sure.
Like, hear what? And they talk about the situation in general, like polygamy, and if BJ is going to be okay with it. And she's like, yeah, like I'm going to work on my jealousy and I'll work on myself. And Reese is like, yeah, I just want one extra wife. Like, I don't want a bunch. And I'm like, but what about the commune? What about the harem of women that we're going to have all these babies?
It's all fake.
It's all fake.
Furthermore, they've only had 2 dates with Randy.
Yeah, that's it.
It's like you guys are making all of these plans and talking about a second manufactured home on the side of this highway for this woman that you've dated twice and had an argument with once.
Yep.
Okay.
And that's it.
I don't believe you. I don't believe in these people.
And like in this scene, they're saying that they're very hopeful because things went really well with Randy. Apparently, Randy and Reese are talking a lot, and he's keeping it very PG-13, whatever that means. I'm like, are y'all sexting or something?
No, it means they're not doing that.
Oh, okay.
He's keeping it very above board. Now, if it was very rated X, well then maybe they're sexting, but it's PG-13.
Oh my God. I'm just like, stop it. And then he makes another reference to being vanilla. And I'm like, this has been you the entire season.
Yeah.
I can't believe that this is how you want to be known by all the rest of us, but whatever.
Now you are.
Now you are. And then we get the Where Are They Now? And apparently Reese and BJ are going to try IVF again, which I thought the whole reason for the sister wives was so that you didn't have to do that. But we're going to do IVF again. Apparently Randy is gone.
Of course.
She was only here for the TLC.
Thanks for being on TV. I got to be on TV.
That's it.
I'm out.
And then allegedly they're continuing to seek for another sister wife.
Okay.
But BJ is still trying to work on her jealousy. And that's it.
Yeah.
And if y'all are back on season 7, I don't want it.
No, I don't want it at all.
Unless Reese is getting freaky.
And he won't be.
He won't.
No.
Because he's vanilla.
Yeah.
And then last but not least, we have the Peraltas, and they were also nothing.
Throw them out with the trash.
I think we only had them in a Where Are They Now segment. Like, we didn't even have them in the actual episode, but apparently Yesel and Danny are going to be doing a vow renewal.
Okay.
Because he surprised her with it, which is just BS. And then they have not spoken to Jackie, not even once, but they're continuing to seek and still haven't found the right woman yet because Danny doesn't want it.
No.
She doesn't want it at all.
And so Yesel's just going to continue to cheat when he's out of town for months at a time.
Well, because he has permission to do so.
Does he?
Yeah, according to Danny. Look, I did the vow renewal because I'm committed to you.
He doesn't have permission, but he's going to do it anyway.
He's going to do it anyway.
100%.
And he will manipulate his way into justifying it.
Yes.
But that's it. That's the season.
That's the whole season. And of course, we didn't get to see any of the drama with Garrick Merrifield and his domestic abuse and his arrest. Alleged. Well, on TMZ, that's what they said. Well, no, he's been arrested. That's not alleged.
Yeah.
But we did talk about that in the after party after the Sister Wives recap we did earlier in the week. You got to be on Patreon for that. We went all the way into it. And then we speculated inappropriately, and we always will.
Yep.
About what it must be like for Lorrana to be living there in that house right now.
Hell house.
It's got to be wild.
Yeah.
But what did you think of the season overall? What kind of grade would you give it, do you think?
I probably would give it a solid B-, C+.
Yeah, maybe a C.
Yeah.
You know, I would. There's a lot of contrivances,
a little bit,
a lot of production stuff, but there was enough in there, especially with the Davises and even with the Merrifields, that kept me coming back to the dumpster for more.
Yeah. I like the messy dynamics personally. Yes. I know some of it is a little produced, but I'm like, give me more.
Yeah.
Give me the jealousy.
Yeah.
Give me the crazy.
I need to continue to see the Merrifields and what they're going to do if they're going to keep seeking. And if they come back next season, are they going to address the arrest and what happened where the camera's rolling? I want to know.
I want to know all of that. Is he going to spend another like 6 to 8 week trip down in Brazil seeking
the
another
answer
wife?
is yes. Absolutely.
I can't wait.
Okay, so is there anything else that we should be saying to these beautiful raccoons before we get up on out of here, bitches?
Well, if you love our podcast, please go to your favorite podcast platform and leave us a glowing 5-star review. 5 really helps us grow the pod so more people can join us in the dumpster, and we really appreciate it. So thank you very much.
If you are on our Patreon, we dropped a new couples therapy recap today. So make sure to look for that. We will be back next week for everybody on the Gen Pod to continue our conversation about Sister Wives and also to take your speak pipe calls. By the way, if you want to sound off about anything that we're watching, especially Sister Wives, all you have to do is go to speakpipe.com/reality TV cringe. We're going to start addressing those next week, and I'm really looking forward to it. But until then, please do not forget that we have nothing but love for you, and peace out.
Bye.
Bye, guys.